Hey, who won round one? William Zepeda? Yeah. Okay. All right, what is up, everybody? FightHype.com back live again for the second time today because of Brook going on earlier in the UK. But right now we are live with William Zepeda in this co-main event down in Tijuana, Mexico. Main event, Jaime Munguia, former WBO 154-pound champion, now undefeated middleweight, taking on America's Demetrius Ballard. But right now, William Zepeda, I made sure to go live for this main event because a lot of top boxing people... Great right hook, straight left hand, right hook by William Zepeda. Great left hand here. A lot of people tell me great things about William Zepeda. I've seen him fight before, but I thought with how much the educated boxing minds in the game think he's a really dangerous lightweight among the likes of a Tank Davis or Devin Haney or a Kambosos and those guys, you know, I made sure to check him out early tonight. And straight left hand, down goes. Oh, man. That looks like it is it. Gonna Vieira's down. What a straight left hand by William Zepeda, man. You could see the power on that shot. It was short, but he generated a lot of power on a short, straight left hand. Now getting a little sloppy, going for the finish, letting both hands go. Couple of right hooks landing. Vieira swinging wildly back on Zepeda, a guy who's really overmatched at this level, looking at the way he's, counterattacking Zepeda off the ropes. But Zepeda looks like he is on his way to an early stoppage tonight. Sweeping left hand, backs Viegas against the ropes. And a knockdown, Zepeda down. Caught on a check left hand by Viegas. Down is William Zepeda in round two and breathing a little heavy too. He got wild with his attack, started clubbing with his shots, not being sharp, and he gets caught and he's hurt. And then down goes Viegas on a straight left hand, right down. Two knockdowns back to back, but the ref calling it a slip. So a little confusing for a minute because Viegas looked hurt. He looked stunned on the ground as he went down, but the ref said it was not a knockdown, said it was a slip, and now a point being taken away from William Zepeda in round two. So this is a round where he dropped Viegas, got dropped, and now he has a point deducted from him. Viegas swinging wildly off the ropes, but letting his hands go, doing enough to keep off Zepeda, who's staying on top of him against the ropes, but not staying sharp with his shots. 20 seconds left in round two for William Zepeda. Nothing all sophisticated from Zepeda, but letting his hands go and drop the 24-0. Oh, down goes Zepeda. So awkward. Almost hit the splits as he fell to the canvas. Slip. Obvious water had something to do with it, but he's on shaky legs. But he won the round. Man, it was great to be joined by everybody here on Fight Hype Live. Just want to take a look real quick at William Zepeda's opponent. It's Viegas, excuse me. I kept saying Viegas because the announcers. But Luis Angel Viegas, guy's got 41 fights. Sometimes these guys down all the time, these guys down in Mexico that you'll see fight on Telemundo, Televisa, they can really go, man. They can really fight. They can fight on the inside. They can bang. They can take a shot. And, a 41-fight veteran putting Willie Zepeda on his ass in round two, but Zepeda did hurt him, I think, more with the knockdown with the straight left that dropped Viegas. But with the point deduction, that's a round for Viegas. Let's see the replay here. Yeah, check left hook, just as we called it during the round. Oh, and the ref took away a point from Zepeda because an intentional shove down to the ground while they were in the clinch. That was out of frustration. All right, round three. And these fights down in Tijuana, when you would watch some of these cards down on Telemundo and Televisa, they give you lots of action, and that's what we're getting in this fight. A couple of straight rights from Viegas off the ropes are tagging Zepeda, kind of punching like an annoying gnat against the bigger puncher in Zepeda. But when shots get through, you're going to win the round if Zepeda can't be more effective now going forward. But he should be fine in this fight. He's expected to get a knockout at some point here. Down goes Vietas again, but again, the referee not calling this one. Oh, he is calling this one a punch. A clubbing left hand, a sweeping left hand on the inside. Not a clean shot, but enough on the inside to make Vietas go down here in round 3. Vietas with a right hook, popping Zepeda with a right hook, knocks Vietas' head up. Straight left to the body by Zepeda. Again, wild punches, arm punches off the ropes, awkward stuff from Vietas, but, brave and letting his hands go. But not a guy who looks like he has 29 professional wins at some points in this fight with the way his punches come out. Against the ropes, down goes Vietas. Just covered up in the high shell, and Zepeda using that lead hand, and throws a straight left, and throws a right hook, then throws a body shot, and Vietas went down on that 4-punch combination. That's it. It's a third round TKO, or actually a third round KO, the full 10 count for William Zepeda, now 25-0 with 23 knockouts, and Vietas is still on the ground from what was a body shot. Still not all the way recovered. Good. It looked like it was a left hand to the body. Maybe it was a right hook to the body, but it definitely was a body shot, finished off by a 3-punch combination as Vietas held his hands up. Had the hands up high, and that let the body open for Zepeda to finish his combination and finish the fight in the third round. Let me take a look at the chat for just a moment, because it's always fun to be joined by everybody. Have not checked the chat yet since we went live. We had to jump right into William Zepeda. This co-main event is terrible, says Isaac Ramirez. Well, I mean, Zepeda's a guy that is making his way, as a contender, into the top 10 or so of the division. So not I think a worthy guy in the co-main event slot, but obviously in with a very overmatched opponent in Vietas. But he can punch, Zepeda. I didn't see enough of anything defensively. I mean, he was getting popped by this guy down the middle, and not by the sharpest shots in the world. Vietas at times was just shooting 1-2, shooting straight punches, and he was able to tag Zepeda up the middle. That spells big trouble against sharpshooters like Haney. And then just top fighters in the Kambosos has a really nice straight right hand. He can shoot through the middle. Lomachenko. So for Zepeda, that'll be a problem. But he can punch. But then again, not one of these guys who's got lead in his hands and comes forward and has lead in his chin, maybe because he got dropped by a check left hook in round 2. So that's not good. But yeah, Zepeda. Fun guy to watch, heavy hands, 25-0, 23 knockouts. But I didn't see the guy tonight that really, really jumps out as would hang with the big 4 or 5 in the division. Not just yet, but looking like a top 10 guy right now at 25-0. So that was terrible, says Grim Reaper. Terrible fight. Both fighters were unimpressive, but damn, Vietas didn't belong in there with dude. Yeah, I mean, at times in that fight, he didn't look like a guy who had 41 professional fights and won 29 of them. Just the technique that came on his shots. In the fight previous, Escobedo against Diego Torres, Escobedo with 10 pro fights was thumping. I mean, he took a beating in that fight, but you saw he was a competent professional, knew how to throw his power shots, knew how to go to the body, had a nice rhythm. Doing that nice Mexican rhythm, Chepo Reynoso. He was obviously a competent pro. I'm sitting on my ass, sitting here watching TV. But yeah, I agree with you, Isaac Ramirez from that, or Isaac Ramirez. Maybe it's just Isaac. We got used to saying Isaac after Isaac Cruz. But yeah, so yeah, I agree that he didn't look as good as his record tonight. Did Vietas. Did you hear Khan got smashed from chin checker? Yeah, we actually called the fight earlier today on FightHype. We even did a virtual simulation of Khan versus Brook that pretty much went like the fight if you go watch it. I tried to double jab my ass off just like Khan double jabbed his ass off today in the fight. But it just wasn't enough. He couldn't keep Brook off of him. Couldn't hit him with anything to really get his respect or couldn't keep him off him, couldn't hit him with anything to get his respect or change the tide of the fight. In the first 3 or 4 rounds, props to Khan because he tried a number of times to kind of go for broke on a couple right hands as his legs were not underneath him. But by rounds really 5 and 6, all he could do is just kind of take the beat down from the natural welterweight in Kell Brook. But looks like I may have some company tonight, a little bit of company to keep me, but not just yet. But perhaps later in the day, we will see. Your boy can be the one-man army like Don Dunphy back in the day in the 50s, calling LaMotta Robinson all by himself. Shout out to Don Dunphy. Isn't this supposed to be on DAZN? Yes, Omar Arajo. It is on DAZN tonight. Since the first he was on Bambi Legs, chin checker. From the first left hand he got touched with, it was about 1:30 into the fight. He was touching up Brook pretty well, and then Brook actually touched with a right hand, didn't put power on it, and then he shot the one with power. He shot his jab with power, and that knocked Khan's head up and made his legs wobbly. And from there, it kind of seemed like, well, how could he possibly win this fight if a jab was able to do that to him? Then he's in trouble tonight, and we saw what happened. So you need a haircut, helmet hair. About that, Pagan Warmaster. What a name. I do, but you see my salon woman, she just had a baby. So we're waiting on that until I think March 4th. So if you could just bear with me and kind of dig the long hair, the rock star look, the 2001 Ashton Kutcher, I think it'll put you in a better mood for the stream tonight. I can't believe Khan lost. I mean, why is that, Bram X27? Kell Brook was the favorite tonight. I mean, and he was the odds-on favorite to do exactly what he did. So, but looking ahead to tonight's main event, Jaime Munguia. Munguia yesterday almost passed out at the weigh-in at Tijuana, and I made jokes about it that his trainer, the great Eric Morales, one of the top 5 Mexican fighters to ever live and put on a pair of gloves. He used to do passing out at the weigh-in at kind of, I'm being funny, but he kind of used to do that at every single weigh-in he had and would still get in there and kick ass and be one of the best pound for pound. So I almost could imagine El Terrible saying, who cares if he almost was passing out at the weigh-in? It is what it is, That's how us champions from Tijuana do it sometimes. We bite down and almost die at the weigh-in and then fight like hell and throw more punches. We throw 1,000 punches when the other guys who came in and weighed in, quote-unquote, fine, come in there and bullshit and don't throw half the punches that Eric Morales used to throw. So, maybe that's what we get from Jaime Munguia. He is one of the more prolific offensive fighters in boxing. You could talk about his all-around game, you could talk about his defense, but offensively, Jaime Munguia is a very good fighter and is what now 36-0, 35-0 for a reason. So let's see.
Can you hear me, Sean?
Yes, I can.
What's up?
Wait, am I joined on live by?
I mean, I have my audio on. You can see me, but I'm not on.
Okay, so I'm speaking to a ghost right now.
You're speaking to a ghost right now.
I am.
I could turn it on real quick. It's just I gotta get over to my other computer, and it's just a hassle. Yeah. It's a hassle. Hold on a second. But I'm on now. What's up, man?
Oh, what's up, man? There he is. There's the dumb dada.
Yeah, what's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Nothing, chilling, listening to you do your thing.
The dumb dada.
I'll jump back out as soon as the Munguia fight starts.
Yeah, man. So yeah, do you recall that though, right? Eric Morales almost dying at every weigh-in and his ribs poking out.
All the time.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah.
Trying to suck in every ounce of air in his body all the time. Yeah, busy day, bro. Kell, Brook.
I think anorexic supermodels back in the day, and Eric Morales had a weigh-in, were the all-time sunken cheek looks I can recall. You know.
Yeah, Eric Morales he didn't even look like the same person when he would weigh in, man. He looked skeletal. That's the best way I can put it. Munguia, I didn't when I saw him weigh in, I didn't think he had that look to him. But clearly he was struggling to make that weight because dude, he damn near passed out. I mean, I didn't see the video, so I'm not sure if he actually did pass out or if he just, decided to lay down on the floor. But it did not look good. He did.
Yeah, it's not good, man. I mean,
it definitely didn't look like he should be fighting. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I know if that was in the UFC, they might have yanked him from the card because it's not a good look. It's not a good look at all.
And then even physically, his body, like in the midsection, it wasn't as cut as it has looked in previous fights. True. And it's just like, okay, it's your homecoming fight, but let's not go crazy here and not come into this fight 100%. Even though they feel like they've matched him with a guy in Ballard that won't be that big of an issue. They think in Ballard they're kind of getting a straight up and down, no special effects kind of fighter. But still, if he's in shape and he can take Munguia's punches, and Munguia's in for a long, hard 12 rounds, that can really hurt him in the second half of a fight.
Yo, bro, is this the anniversary of
Morales Barrera
1? Oh, wow. I just realized that. That's crazy.
I would still say, I call that, by the way, the featherweight Mexican Ali Frazier. I really would. Like, that those fights were as good as any. The exchanges in those fights and like the hand speed in fight one, so underrated. Those guys really were fast and were tagging each other with such speed, and every punch in the arsenal, body, head. Both of them had great jabs. They both had that fight, it was a masterpiece. That's one that really
is. That your would that be your favorite rivalry?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't alive for Ali Frazier and LaMotta Robinson, and True. Bo. I was alive for Bo Holyfield. I have the DVDs, but
I mean those were good ones too. I just think the genuine disdain that the two had for each other is kind of what made them so good, that rivalry so good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know there was a little between Holyfield and Bo. Gotti Ward, I don't think they really.
They're not on the level of the skill level of a Morales Barrera. Morales and Barrera their exchanges were just as vicious, but their hands were twice as fast. Doing shit.
Bro, where is this fight at?
Tijuana.
I mean, I know it's in Tijuana, but
is it where Eric Morales knocked out Kevin Kelly? Tijuana.
I mean, I don't know, but is this a bullfighting arena? Is that
that's where Eric Morales knocked out Kevin Kelly? This might be where Eric Morales knocked it. Chat, come on, chat.
Phone a friend.
Come on,
ask
chat.
The audience.
Is this where Kevin Kelly is? Yes. Is this where Eric? This is where our awesome FightHype faithful come into play, baby. Is this where Eric Morales fought and knocked out Kevin Kelly in? No, I'm tripping. This is where he knocked out Junior Jones, not Kevin Kelly. When he knocked in 4 rounds. Yeah. He didn't fight Kevin Kelly in Mexico. He fought Junior Jones in Mexico. Chat, what do we got?
Is anyone Plaza del Toros? Is anyone else having technical difficulty? Oh, in DAZN. I thought you meant with the stream. Okay, I got you.
No, the important stream. This one is fine. DAZN will get there.
Right.
Yeah,
man. Every fight Munguia is in looks like he's going life and death with dudes. Man,
some guy.
Crazy. Yeah, man.
Spike O'Sullivan.
Yeah, they just showed him murking him up.
Gabe Rosado.
Who is this? This Rosado.
So I feel like I just, put him in there with Andrade. I don't know if that's just what I want to see. And I know it's like in this era is like, don't do that. But I just think Andrade, his legs aren't what they once were. And after 4 to 5 rounds, Munguia's pressure and his activity, that could be a problem. And he can overwhelm and get a decision against Andrade, whose output lessens as the fight goes on. You know what I mean? Like, he likes to fight at a certain pace after he comes out hot. I just felt like Munguia, take a chance. Take a chance. I mean, what are you going to do forever? Fight, that's just how I felt.
Man, Boo Boo boxes circles around him. That's not a good fight for Munguia. If I put him in with Golovkin, I don't know why. I don't know why we're not seeing that fight. Put him in with Golovkin. I'd rather see Golovkin fight him before the Canelo fight than Murata. I just think that's a funner fight. It'll get assuming Golovkin wins. It'll get the fans, particularly the Mexican fans, really pumped up for that third trilogy. I don't know. That's what I would have done, but I understand it's harder to make because Munguia's with Golden Boy and Golovkin's just off doing his own thing. But these fights do nothing for me, bro. Demetrius Ballard. No disrespect to Demetrius Ballard, but just like why? Like, why are these two? Why are they fighting?
Well, people say that about a lot of fights about the sport right now, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's just certain fights get made, and I'm just like, why? Like, why? Like, why am I watching this fight? Why do I need to tune in? Even though Khan and Kell Brook happened good. Like a decade too late, I still wanted to see it because I had a reason to watch. Like, I knew that those guys didn't like each other. It doesn't matter if they're in their prime or out of their prime. The fact that they don't like each other, the fact that they have that rivalry, that history, made me want to tune in to watch that. This fight, though, I'm watching
Benavidez Plant has got that going for it.
Benavidez Plant, let's see that fight. Any of those guys, Benavidez, Charlo Plant. They're all
some matchup between those three. Has got to go down in 2022.
That one of them is
really two of them would be nice, but
for sure, sure. But I won't be greedy. I understand the biz. I know how boxing is. I don't, whatever. You guys are going to do your thing, but at least give me one of those fights. If assuming Canelo decides to go the other route with Bivol and Triple G. But yeah, it's just hard to get. Listen, I enjoy every fight because it's what I do, right? Like, this is what we do. We work in the industry. So every time there's a fight, it gives us an opportunity to go to work. So, I enjoy any time a fight is made. I just don't necessarily enjoy every fight that's made, if that makes sense. Probably doesn't, but it's all right. I've been smoking a little, so get past that. Yeah, what's he doing? He's warming up. What is this? Is he in a tent? Where is he warming up at? Bro, what is going on? This is Tijuana, right?
Yes.
This looks like a little tent they got him warming up. This looks like the Pacquiao. What was the tent they put us in when we were covering? There was a Pacquiao fight we were covering.
Thurman. Thurman.
Was it Thurman? It might have been Thurman too, but there was one before that, though. There was one before. It was the first time they ever broke out the tent.
And outside the MGM Grand.
Outside the MGM Grand. It was the first time I had
ever
been
to a fight. It wasn't Broner, was it? No.
I think it was before that, bro. I think it might have been during the Bradley era. I think he might have been fighting Bradley or somebody else around that time. And that's when, it looks like, are they going to be doing their ring walks here soon? That's when they told us, I guess the
La Hoya in the ring
were taken, so they put us in a tent. It's crazy. That's what that looked like. Look at De La Hoya. Who
was the slightly, because they're both great, there's no arguing there. Who was the slightly greater fighter, Morales or Barrera, since we're, on the anniversary?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I got to give it to Morales only because I feel like technically he was a better fighter. If you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's like Barrera, I know was technical too, but I just feel like Morales, you know, just had that edge, and he beat Pacquiao. So gotta give it up to him. Gotta give it up to him. Neither of them are on this guy's level, though.
Oh, please. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
You think so? You think so? Oh, no. Listen. As far as skills are concerned, in my opinion, they are far beyond him.
Ooh.
They are far beyond. I'll even give them accomplishments. They're beyond him. But I just as far as icons go, they're not on that guy's level.
No, right, nobody is in Mexico. He is the guy. But right. I feel there are about 4 or 5 guys right there with him easily.
Morales right there with him? Right there on the Mount Rushmore?
Morales, right, Barrera, Marquez, all just as great to me. If you look at the accomplishments. Canelo now. And
I feel like Canelo's probably I feel like it's Chavez and then Canelo.
That's the sentiment right now, but we'll see, man. We actually got to see all these guys. Well, not for me, Chavez, but I did get to see Barrera, Morales, Marquez, and Canelo fight. Mm-hmm. And there are things that he definitely has the best defense out of all of them, the best reflexes. But
Chin Checker says Marquez is the best. Oh,
there are things that each of those guys I listed do better than Canelo. They can do things he can't do as well. You know, so.
Yeah, listen, all those guys do things that Chavez Sr. could never do.
Right.
But he will still be revered as that guy.
And he had really heavy hands and great timing. So, you know, he had obviously had his attributes that stand out above theirs too. But
true, Salvador Sanchez, another great.
To me, he is the best. It's just he died too young, but.
So well, it's hard to say he's the best then if he didn't get to accomplish.
He put hands on Azuma Nelson and Wilfredo Gomez. That says a lot.
As far as fighters go, though, that was a bad motherfucker. Look at Oscar. Oscar is looking like he's in my kind of shape right now. Let me see. Not really trying to worry about.
So the comeback has been put on halt. It looks
sounds like. Spending too much time chilling with Holly Saunders.
Is that the name of that girl?
Yeah. Yo, she's like she used to be she did sports commentary and stuff, but she's a pretty good fucking golfer. Like she's just, which kind of makes sense. Like, oh, okay, now I kind of understand why you and Oscar together. You guys probably love hitting that golf course. But yeah, she's actually a really good golfer. But so is Canelo.
Shit, apparently he's very good after that shot he had.
Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Do his thing.
Canelo can do whatever he wants, bro. Andrade is avoided at 160. I don't think he's avoided.
Didn't he just opt to move up instead of face his mandatory?
Well, he's avoiding his mandatory.
No, he's not. No. He's not. It's when you've been dying for a money fight and you're in your 30s and you already made a bunch of mandatory title defenses. You're not trying to fight Janembeck.
I don't. But I'm just saying. No, I don't think he's avoided. I just think he's with a promoter that ain't trying to get him the fights that he wants. Like, that's the problem. I mean, it's hard to get the fights you want when. This dude went and called out Canelo and his own promoter. Don't get me wrong. I know Eddie. I know he works with Canelo too, but Boo Boo crashes the press conference to call out Canelo, and Eddie Hearn, who is Boo Boo's promoter, told him, "Not right now, not right now, bro." Like, he basically told him to shut the fuck up and get out of here, just like Canelo did, but in a more polite way. That's your promoter. He's supposed to be fighting for you, not against you. So, you know, when people are like, how come he's not fighting Golovkin? How could, Eddie, I just don't think, I don't know. I don't want to get too far into the politics of the sport and all that because I know the fight's going to start.
Triple G's not going to risk fighting Demetrius Andrade when all along that third Canelo fight's been on the horizon, and here it looks like it actually is.
Bro, it's been on the horizon for like 4 years now.
It looks like it's actually gonna happen now.
If they wanted to, they could have forced that fight. They paid Golovkin a lot of money.
Yeah,
a lot of money to come over. So if they put their foot down, they could have said, "Nah, we're not interested in this Steve Rolls." Didn't he fight Steve Rolls?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not interested in that fight. Now he's fighting Murata. Who else has he fought on DAZN?
Derevianchenko, Steve Rolls. Who was the last guy he fought? It's not a good sign.
That's not a good sign. That's a terrible sign.
I know. There's one more guy. Hold on. Jesus.
Yeah, we got to do the
cover so many goddamn fights that you just after a while.
Right.
Ones.
Somebody said Dudu is a horrible fighter.
Ceramita or whoever. Yes, Camille Ceramita.
Right.
Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah. He said Dudu is a horrible fighter. That's terrible. Put some respect on Boo Boo's name. He could fight.
Remember the
might
good
not
old
be
days.
What you like, but he could fight. What good old days?
The good old days of Golovkin knocking guys out every 3 months on HBO that weren't always the best, But
yeah, he's back to that. He's back to doing that. All right.
At least back then, though, he was the ducked one. To be fair, excluding Andre Ward at 168 pounds, we're talking 160.
I was about to go there.
I know. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that, but I just don't
Martinez,
think
Cotto, and Canelo were all like, nah. At the time.
Well, that's because they were all trying to fight each other. Same thing. Right. That's because, Martinez and Cotto and Canelo, like, they were all trying to fight each other. But
here's Demetrius Ballard.
I just think I get that stuff was kind of going on back then, and it's going on still to this day. It's going on now, but I just feel like right now there should have been a better push to make Triple G and Boo Boo. I mean, Eddie Hearn's been calling out every other name for Boo Boo except for the guys that are on the DAZN platform. He's been calling out Charlo. He's been calling out, fucking everybody, bro. Everybody. Now they're talking about Benavidez. Yeah. Just everybody. But it's like, bro, you got people on your platform that he could fight that you're not trying to put him in with. So, yeah, it's...
Well, just me, I didn't necessarily count Munguia out just because Boo Boo's legs looking a little heavy lately. And he's always...
I mean, look, I won't count him out. But I just do think that Boo Boo's probably, I don't know. I haven't seen Munguia fight anyone that's going to prepare him for Boo Boo.
And still, just defensively, he gets hit a lot.
Who?
Munguia
or Boo Boo?
Yeah, Munguia.
Munguia, yeah, exactly. Jaime coming out. Look at these flames. They doing it big in Tijuana, bro. They got flames. They doing it big. I know. I'm not even saying that to be fun. I mean, like they trying to do it like they do in the UK. Like
right. Well, it's DAZN.
Like, you're right. You're right.
They're bringing the UK. They're bringing the UK to Mexico. Yeah. Totally. Or no, I don't know. I think I haven't watched one of those Telemundo cards in a while. They may have done up some of these fights these days. They like to put on a show.
Yeah.
The fans are great down there. They want to see a fight. Yeah, they want to see a fight.
Yeah, and they'll call you out too if they think you're bagging it, man. They were crapping on that co-main event.
Yeah.
Man, he jumping up he looked like he got his energy back, bro. Jumping all up and down.
Rehydrated. He probably is 107, well, easily 170. He's probably 175. Something like that now.
He at least looks better.
He's a nice kid whenever we've got a chance to interview him.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I don't know. I wish he'd open up a little bit more when answering questions. They're all when they play that politically correct role, it's a little annoying.
Yeah, they look at it as focused, and anything we're trying to talk about, they feel gets them off track sometimes. I like
that. I like his logo.
The JM.
Keep that. Yeah, I kind of like that. That's kind of dope. Looks like a phoenix.
I see now. There you go.
It's kind of dope. Phoenix Rising. Who is that? Who is that with Ballard? Is that
Let's take a look.
Was that Barry?
That is Barry Hunter, isn't it?
Is that him? It's hard if I can't. Oh yeah, he's got the headbanger shirt on. That's Barry Hunter.
Chances just went up as far as I'm concerned.
Just went up.
Chances just went up as far as I'm concerned. Barry Hunter.
Chances just went up. Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm not saying I still think Munguia is going to take care of business right here, but almost passing out at the weigh-in. Barry Hunter you're taking that 5% this guy had, and it's like you're trying to add a couple percent here and there to give him a chance to upset you in Tijuana. It's like, let me give you Barry Hunter. Let me give you passing out at the weigh-in.
I was about to say, does that balance out the fight taking place in Mexico though? Like, are we back to even?
I just think Munguia is going to be too much for this guy offensively, no matter where you put the fight at the end of the day. He'll overwhelm you offensively, man. If you can't make him miss and make him pay consistently, you will get overwhelmed.
He does have a little bit of that. Maybe like who was it that fought Murata? Rob Brandt, was that his name? Rob.
Yeah,
Brandt,
he kind of has that look to him.
Or Caleb Truax a little bit. Like maybe if you smash them together.
I see. I'm
not even like talking about their look. I'm just talking about the look in their face, like when they're about to fight. Like, yeah, it's just kind of not deer in headlights, but like oh shit, it's about to be on kind of look to them. So yeah, I could see that.
But Munguia, he has, he uses his jab, throws really good combinations, body and head. I like his offense, but head is usually on the line while doing it, but you got to make him miss and pay for 12. And you make him miss and pay with 1, he's still coming back with 2, 3, and 4. So yeah, you're going to have to do a lot to keep this kid off of you. So he's always fun to watch.
Ballard was an elite amateur. Yeah, I know his amateur credentials. I mean, look, a lot of these guys are superstars in the amateurs. A lot of them.
I got Ballard said De Leon Daniels.
What is this?
Just checking the chat for a second. Let's see what the people had to say.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Legit. Hogan, whoop Munguia. I can't even.
Yeah, somebody's in here spamming with that Triple G.
With the Triple G, what?
Triple G. I don't know. It just says Triple G, Triple G, Triple G, Triple G. Triple G fan.
Okay, well, the man loves Gennady Golovkin.
All right, how we looking? It's about to start.
Yes, sir. 21-0, 13 knockouts out of the DMV, Maryland, the home of the great Sugar Ray Leonard.
Anybody
the greatest fighter of the last 40 years.
Bro, who is that guy standing by Ballard? Who is that guy? He looks like a... No, right there with that look,
with the sunglasses on and shit, looking like Secret Service.
Look at this guy.
That's that Maryland Secret Service, man. He came down to Tijuana. He's not playing. No one's going to touch the champ.
You know who he looks like? He looks like Salt Bae.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Salt Bae is?
No.
Oh, you're definitely...
the guy with the... Yeah.
He had a scowl like Salt Bae. Damn, Munguia got an entourage, bro. Look at that. He got a squad up in there with him.
He could sell tickets down there. He sold that bitch out.
Did he? Damn.
Looks like it.
Yeah, it looks packed to the top.
Looks like he did.
Jeez.
His body doesn't look as cut as it normally does. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks soft. And they announcing him like Lennox Lewis and shit. Like Michael Buffer announcing Lennox Lewis.
Oh, you saw that on Instagram recently?
Yeah. Of course I did.
My favorite Michael Buffer was for De La Hoya Hopkins. He's like, his Hall of Fame credentials already cemented. Tonight he looks to pad the resume.
Yeah.
And when he do Oscar the former, junior lightweight, former lightweight, former super lightweight, 2-time welterweight, former WBO middleweight and two-time current reigning and defending WBC super welterweight champion of the world.
No, yo, Ballard up in that grill, dog.
Yeah, and he's cut up.
He up in that grill. Oh, look at
Are you staying on for the whole fight?
I mean, I'll stay on, but I'm gonna let you call it so they can focus on you. Okay. I don't want to mess up your call. But I'm gonna mute myself.
You got it. Come in as you please, my color man tonight, Ben Thompson. All right, round one here from Tijuana. It looks like in a bull ring arena. Jaime Munguia, the undefeated former WBO super welterweight champion, taking on Demetrius Ballard at 21-0 in his hometown of Tijuana. Almost fainted at the weigh-in yesterday, but here he is in his hometown. Expected a big favorite to win this fight. And let's see how we get it going here in round one. Almost 30 seconds in, just some posturing from Munguia, circling the ring now, but no punches yet to be thrown. Munguia starting with his jab, short with it, just starting, shoots a jab to the body. Double jab from Munguia. Nothing landing yet. Double jab from Ballard. Not close to landing, just touching there to start. Now Munguia putting his jab in. Ballard lands the first jab. Time Munguia as Munguia jabbed. So the first jab actually landed by Demetrius Ballard in this fight. Yeah, Big Meech is the nickname for Demetrius Ballard. Out of Maryland, the hometown of the great Sugar Ray Leonard. Ballard reaching with a right hand, short. Munguia using his legs a little bit early. Ballard hands high, staying in front of Munguia. Munguia trying to get a little bit of a rhythm to his stance. Ballard gets to the body. Nothing too effective. A good jab by Ballard and another jab by Demetrius Ballard. Munguia now throwing a jab to the body. But Ballard has landed 3 jabs here, almost 2 minutes into round one. Ballard parrying a body jab, coming back twice up top with the jab effectively. Good first 2 minutes for Demetrius Ballard, out jabbing the undefeated Jaime Munguia. Ballard backing up Munguia with a hook, and then he throws 2 or 3 jabs and touches Munguia's head up. Munguia not looking too good in round one. You know, we know about the weight cut. Good left hand, and then a right uppercut to the body by Big Meech. Demetrius Ballard off to a good start in round one in this first 2.5 minutes. Little poking right hand to the body by Ballard. And Munguia a little sluggish here. Not great with his timing. Shoots a right hand to the body, does Munguia, but Ballard coming back with that jab. Very accurate jab in round one by Ballard. Able to time Munguia at times with it as Munguia steps in. 10 seconds left in round one. Ballard definitely on his way to winning this round. Oh, but a nice double jab right hand by Munguia almost lands, gets Ballard's attention just a little bit, and Munguia able to get close a little bit in the last 10 seconds, but that was a good round for Demetrius Ballard. Really more effective with the jab, and got off to a good start in round one. 10-9 for the underdog, Demetrius Ballard. Let's see what you guys got to say in the chat. Someone, Chin Checker, still saying weight drain. Yeah, it looked a little sluggish. Munguia not the fastest guy in the world, but still looked a little sluggish by his standards. But the last 10 seconds there, he did get a little close. He shot a double jab with a straight right hand that was close to getting in the right distance for him to start getting off. So we'll see in round two if Munguia can get it going. But that was a good round one for Ballard. Now we're just awaiting round two. Ballard with a towel on him. Almost looks like a blanket on him. A blanket on him in between rounds. Must be cold down there in Mexico and Tijuana. Trying to keep him nice and warm. But I think he read in the nose of Munguia already with that jab. And right away in round two, good sharp piston jab straight up the gut by Demetrius Ballard. Munguia going to have to look to get his right hand going over the top of that jab. maybe get Ballard to the ropes, but Ballard effective with his jab in the first 20 seconds, getting a good control of range to start round 2. Munguia looking to step in. Ballard with a good left hook to the body, and then they trade left hooks up top. Munguia getting closer, but 2 little touch jabs by Ballard. Good jab by Munguia there. Munguia able to get in his jab there. Munguia catching shots on the gloves, takes 1 step back, and then steps right back into range. Good combination to the body by Munguia, and a left hook looked like it got Big Meech's attention. Looked like it shook Ballard up a little bit there. That was a nice 2-piece to the body, and he finished up with a left hook by Munguia. And that looks like it's going to get him going in this fight now. Good double left hook by Munguia. Left hook to the body, and then a left hook up top. Munguia getting warm in there now. I would have to say that gives Munguia the edge. 1:20 into the second now. That was a good couple of left hooks he was able to get going. Ballard shooting the jab. Munguia getting out of the way of it a little bit better for the moment. Steps in with a left hook. Ballard catching it on the gloves, but good place to let it go by Munguia. Munguia now fires a right hand to the body, and Ballard comes back with his own right hand to the body. Ballard shooting the jab to the body and to the head. Shoots it to the head again. 3 jabs there. Munguia shoots his jab through the guard. Good job by Munguia. They swap body punches. Munguia got a little bit of the better of that, but Ballard jabbing Munguia as he tries to back out. Good jab to the body by Munguia, but a nice right-left to the body by Ballard. Not a lot of power on it, but did fire those 2 off. Left hook to the body by Munguia. A little smothered, but got it in. Competitive round, but Munguia, good double jab right hand by Munguia, and then a left hook to the body and a left up top. Shake Ballard around a little bit. Ballard parrying a double jab right hand there. But Munguia getting his offense going in round 2, winning this round. Good jab by Ballard. Munguia shoots his good defense by Munguia. About 30 seconds left in the second. Ballard shoots a combination, and Munguia able to move his head out of the way of 3 or 4 shots there. Good right hand to the body by Munguia, but he eats 2 body shots back by Ballard. And then Ballard shoots a 1-2 that almost gets through the gloves. Good stuff by Ballard, not letting this round get away from him too bad. And actually made it pretty competitive throughout. But give the edge to Munguia in that round. I think he was able to touch Ballard and rock him just a little bit with a couple of left hands up top. Landed a left hook about 1:15 into the second round. So I give that round to Munguia, but Ballard's still able to have some good work in spots, but definitely clear when each guy lands that Munguia is the heavier handed guy. Punches just have more of an effect. But Ballard's sharp, and looking at the replays, he was touching Munguia with his jab a number of times there. Good body shots by Ballard. Trade left hook. Again, looking at the replays here, Munguia, a little bit of a left hook on the side of the head, a double left hook, body head. Not landing clean, though, by Munguia. Kind of landing against clubbing shots against the side of the head. And Ballard able to sneak in a good body shot as they exchange body shots when watching on the replay again. So I gave Munguia that round, but Ballard's still effective as himself in the second. So 19-19 through 2. Ballard starting with 3 jabs. He really has thrown that jab through the center. Munguia's always had a solid jab himself, too. Good body shots by Ballard, and he finishes with a left hook to up top. Not landing clean, but clubbing on the side of the head. Again, left hooks clubbing on the side of the head of Munguia. Ballard, more energy, a jab, and then 2 body shots by Ballard. He's getting off first in the first 30 seconds of this round. More energy. And now Munguia, though, gets him on the ropes, and the heavy hands are apparent. It's a bigger deal when his shots land. There's thunder on him. Munguia, big combination with Ballard against the ropes. Ballard trying to catch him with a right hand, and he does as off the ropes, but Munguia not respecting that power and coming in with hard combinations to the body ahead. Big left hook rocks Ballard's head back. Munguia kind of changing the tone of the fight here a minute into the third with these combinations with Ballard against the ropes. It gets harder against a guy like Munguia to keep your back off the ropes as the fight goes on, and that that rally. Oh, big right hand by Munguia, shoots over the top of the jab by Ballard. Ballard feeling it, left hook rocks Ballard bad. He's hurt. Ballard in the corner after a huge left hook rocks him. Combination, down goes Demetrius Ballard in round 3. And you could see the fight change just like that a minute into round 3 when Munguia able to get Ballard on the ropes and line him up with his heavy artillery. Great combination punching by Jaime Munguia in round 3. Ballard up with about a minute 20 left. Left hook to the body by Munguia. Right hand up top. Right hand rocks Ballard. Left hook. Ballard swinging wild, not defending himself well, and that is it. It is a 3rd round TKO for Jaime Munguia. He's got heavy hands. You could see the sluggishness in the first 2 rounds from the weight cut, but kept his composure, eventually stayed on top of the guy, got him where he needed in the ring and the real estate, got him near the ropes, punished him with his signature combination punching. He's a very proficient offensive fighter when he gets you where he wants you, can really let the hands go in combinations, good body puncher. Good, solid power in both hands by Jaime Munguia. Just a fun fighter to watch, but we got to see him fight somebody. And with that, I bring in once again my Larry Merchant. I don't know if my color man Ben Thompson. BT, what did you think of that 3rd round technical knockout stoppage for Jaime Munguia? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, that's all there is to say, man. That's it. Like, I'm not really sure I was expecting anything different. Like I said before the fight started,
I didn't have you going in round 1 with that sharp piston jab that was landing. You weren't thinking there for a minute. Barry Hunter.
I mean, listen. Round 1 was interesting. But Munguia I don't know, he just stepped on the gas and said, fuck this, I don't plan on being here like 12 rounds. Let me get this guy out of here. And that's what he did. But like I said, that was a nasty, nasty left hook he landed on his head. That yeah, man. Good.
What's that scene in Anchorman? Well, that escalated quickly.
Right.
Yeah,
listen, if you don't have enough pop to make Munguia back up, he's just going to keep coming forward, even if you crack him. I mean, you saw, was it that round or the round before, when Ballard hit him with the counter right? Yes. I mean, it was beautiful. It's a beautiful counter right. And Munguia acted like he didn't even notice it. Like
he took a step back for 1 second and then was like, "Oh, that was that. Oh, okay, that's what you got."
Okay.
Right.
That's why I don't. I want to see him in with Golovkin. Like I feel like he's that kind of dude. Not saying he has the same type of skills as Golovkin, but just if you don't have enough pop, he's just gonna keep coming forward. He
like Navarrete at featherweight.
Right. Like, so yeah, man, it's time to step up the competition, to be honest. Like, I don't know who you put him in with.
What would a fight like him and Jamal at one? We're not going to see it, but it's fun to talk for just a moment about it. Who would you pick in that fight, or not even pick Jamal? But yeah,
no, I'd pick Jamal in that fight. He can be outboxed, right? Like, it's not like, I'm not saying you got to have the same type of firepower, to stand and bang and trade with him. He can be outboxed. All I'm saying is you got to have a little bit of something on it to make him stop and think and have to reset so you can get back to doing what you want to do in
boxing.
Right. That's what
Charlo definitely got the power to do that.
But Charlo at that weight has that kind of. I mean, Charlo's got the pop to put him out if he connects clean, but he definitely has the pop to get his respect and to outbox him for 12 rounds.
I could see him being his Brian Castano though, and getting him to the ropes and thumping him with combinations.
Possible.
It's hell on wheels for him, man. Like
it's possible, but I don't think Brian Castano literally was fainting the night before having to fight Jermell. I don't know how long Munguia can stay at 160. I'm just kind of shocked that he looked the way he looked at the weigh-in, and and was passing out. I mean, he's not someone that I knew to blow up in between fights. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure he gained some weight, but not to the point where he's like killing himself to make that weight. So yeah, I don't know what you do with Munguia, man. It's an interesting situation. He's with Golden Boy. It's not like they have a lot of names to offer him. Is whatchamacallit still fighting at 154? Patrick
Teixeira?
Yeah. Or did he move up too?
I think he's moving up to 160.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Maybe they run that.
He's a tall dude.
Yeah, maybe they run that back. I don't know. Who do you put him in with? I mean, I want to see him. I'm trying to think realistically, right? So
yeah.
When I'm thinking about who can you put him in with, I just automatically
you want to hear what he has
PBC
to say
guys.
here. Like, is he going to call someone out?
What is he saying?
Let's see.
Are they translating?
Yeah, I think they will. Nah. All right.
I was about to say, I don't know if they're going to translate because they're in Tijuana.
But it's a real question. Where do we go from here? Who's he going to fight? Andrade moved up. He's not going to get the Charlo fight. Canelo is no. And then Triple G is saving himself for Canelo. So what exactly, it's a problem in boxing, man, with a lot of fighters is.
Well, it's just, I can't even say it depends on who you're with, because even if you're with someone that has opponents for you, they're not fighting each other,
right?
So it's just really hard it's hard for me to know what the plan is. Who?
We know what we could do. We can make them fight in Fight Night Champion here on FightHype.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can. Soon to be the new game. ESBC, Esports, was it Esports Boxing Club?
Yeah, we could whip some ass in that with Jaime Munguia and Jamal Charlo.
Right.
Since it'll never probably happen in real life. That game, now more than ever, is going to be important to make fights.
Somebody said, put him in there with Kell Brook. Why? No, why are you trying
what
to
is
do,
wrong?
What are you trying to do to Kell?
You not like Kell Brook?
Right. Wait, what are you trying to do to Kell?
Hold on.
I don't know. Somebody in the chat. I lost him. Oh, there he is. Colin Davenport. Colin Davenport.
Colin, I'm sure you're a nice person wherever you are. Why would you want that to happen to Kell Brook? And Jose Rodriguez said Sean Patel looks hot as Sean Zittel, and I'm actually not high right now.
Right?
Right? Yeah.
Nah. Why is he look high? What makes you look high? Is it the hair? I don't know. My eyes are pretty.
My hair does scream that I smoke weed.
Stoner.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does.
But anyway, this should we call it a night then? On that note, with
hold on, let me see what they're saying. They're talking.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Mannix.
Yeah. Gabe Rivas. Shout out to Gabe Rivas. First, I want to thank. We're just waiting for the part where Mannix asks who he wants to fight next, right?
Basically.
We're just waiting for the...
I mean, what is he going to say about the fight? I took my time.
You know how it is. You got to how was the fight? And blah. And somebody
said the cartel paid off Ballard.
Nah.
That's funny. He needs a title shot already. He's already been a champ. He doesn't necessarily need a title shot. What about the Irish guy that boo fought?
Jose Rodriguez is high.
Jose Rodriguez.
He's actually high.
Jose Rodriguez is high.
Got it. No, I got it. I respect it.
Yeah, shout out to Kell Brook. He definitely beasted Amir Khan today. Oh, he's feeling fabulous, bro. Best night of his fucking career right now. I guarantee. This and winning his first title got to be the best night of his career. Has to be. This one's probably sweeter though, because he actually couldn't stand the guy he was fighting, and he just whipped his ass like take that. He looked like he had fun in there.
Yeah.
I like Brook.
You smiled, but every round gave him a smile, like a menacing smile.
Dennis Crawford walked with Amir Khan to the ring. That's who Khan was training with. Charlo couldn't even sleep Montiel, who Jaime KO'd in 2 rounds. You can't do.
I actually didn't know he
math,
slept
though.
Macias Montiel in 2 rounds. That's right.
Probably
I did know
like
that. No, I knew that. I forgot. But
you can't do that kind of math.
No, you can't.
That's a different type of.
But you can look at the Macias Montiel fight, and
that's probably what the Charlo Munguia fight will look like.
But Munguia is a lot better than Macias Montiel.
Yeah, but that don't mean he's gonna get the win. That doesn't mean he's gonna knock Charlo out. I'm just talking about stylistically. It's probably gonna look a little bit like that.
It'd be a good fight.
Lara. Landy Lara. Yo, that's a name I haven't heard in a minute. Thanks for the free money draft. Okay, Benavidez.
Oh, wait. We were talking so much that we didn't even hear the part where he was asking.
Cares. Yeah, who cares? I didn't hear it. I might have to rewind it. But who cares? Who cares what he said, bro? Whatever he said.
He didn't call nobody out. Thank you, Jesus Aceves.
And he didn't call it. We already know he didn't call anyone out. He said some, whatever my promoters want to do, I'm here. I'm ready to fight anyone. Probably we've heard it all before. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. I want to hear who you going after. Give me the plan. And clearly there is no plan. The plan is just
there is no plan. He said.
The plan is to make money. Like, that's what it is. Like, that's my plan. My plan is to make some fucking money. So whoever they put me in with that I can make a lot of money with, I'll do that fight. I get that. But at the same time, you got to
there should be endpoint goals in your career, right? Certain things
feel like you should
climbing towards.
When you talk to David Benavidez,
yeah,
David Benavidez tells you, I want this guy.
He's ambitious.
I want that guy. I want this guy. And then I want to move up and get this and that. And then I might move up here. Like, David Benavidez will tell you, like, he's not, I don't want to say afraid, but he has no problem with saying names of other fighters. I don't understand when this thing of, whatever my promoter wants became a thing. Maybe that started with Pacquiao. Maybe,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was the guy I heard really popularize that phrase. You're right. Now that you mentioned it.
Like,
I remember Arturo Gotti's people didn't want him to fight Floyd.
At all.
He made that happen.
At all. He made that happen. And I'm not saying like Munguia's ducking. Like, I'm not saying that. I just say somebody's name, bro. Like, get me excited about what gets you excited. Like why are you fighting? Like,
no, I get what you mean. If it was WWF, it's like, so what feud are we building towards? Like you're doing these matches every Monday, and it's like, are you about to feud with Hulk Hogan at some point, or like, who are you going for? Like, you're just wrestling every Monday.
Touche. When I mentioned David Benavidez, this was a good one. When I mentioned David Benavidez, excuse me if I don't pronounce your name right, but Rubis Ruiz said, "Yeah, but he fights Lemieux."
Yeah, I know that part, but David's
listen,
one of those guys I, honest to goodness, really believe he would fight those fucking guys. I mean, and
he's fighting Lemieux because that's what his handlers set up for him.
Basically,
right?
Yes.
But even though he's fighting Lemieux, he'll still say, I want Canelo, I want Charlo, I want Plant. Like, that's the difference. Jaime Munguia will end up fighting
Toriano Johnson,
like
Demetrius Ballard, Dennis Hogan.
Yeah. Right. But he also won't tell you, but I want Golovkin, or I want Boo Boo, or I want this person. So that's the difference. And that's why they're, well, I don't even know what these dudes are talking about. Chris Mannix and more. Chris Mannix is probably saying the fight we need to see is Jaime Munguia and Jamal Charlo. He's probably trying to find some PBC fighter for Munguia.
Which fight did he say there will be blood? Oh, probably Golovkin. Oh, Chocolatito and El Rey Martinez. We will be in the building live for that shit March 5th, live from San Diego. FightHype will be in the building for that fight. That is going to be a Fight of the Year candidate, hands down. That'll be a Fight of the Year candidate.
Yeah, that's going to be a good scrap.
You know what's interesting about that fight, BT, is Martinez has great speed. He really is one of the most explosive offensive fighters in the game, one of the best combination punchers. But even though he's younger and faster, everything is here for the most part. And Chocolatito, he throws a beautiful straight right hand. He'll be throwing that uppercut on that angle and then boom, right down the middle, throw the right hand, get his head off the line. And he throws that knifing straight right to the body and to the head, Chocolatito. And I'm wondering if he's going to shoot that bitch through the center while Martinez is, rapid fire, hook, so
Yeah, those are the fights that slip through the cracks, man. People, like I get more excited for fights like that than for fights like tonight. But like I said, that's boxing. What are you gonna do? You just gotta roll with the punches. Listen. The day wasn't a total. I thought the Con Brook fight was very entertaining. Well, I wouldn't say very entertaining. It was fun. It is what it is. But it was fun throughout. It was a fun little fight. Nice little grudge match. This one, I don't know. This card wasn't all that sexy, but at least he did what he was, supposed to do. At least I didn't have to sit through 12 rounds of like, oh my God, what is going on? At least he got it over quick, and our night's done early. So yeah, I can't complain about that.
I have fun, man. Next week
we always
Chris
have fun.
Colbert. I'll be calling that live, Chris Colbert. And what's the other fight on Saturday night, next Saturday?
There's 2 fights on next Saturday?
I'm pretty sure. Josh Taylor. I'll call that one too during the earlier.
Oh, okay, during the day?
Yeah, I think we'll go live with the people. We'll just do the main event, Taylor Catterall. Okay. On paper, that fight's not supposed to go too long. Last time Josh Taylor was fighting a guy on that level, he took him out in 1 round before the Ramirez fight. So hopefully he's not there to play any games, and we get him at his best and not going through the motions in the mandatory. So
well, he should be at his best. He said that's all he's thinking about. He doesn't give a fuck about Crawford. He doesn't give a fuck about Spence Ugas. He doesn't give a fuck about any other question you're going to ask him unless it pertains to Jack Catterall. But don't ask me about the game plan because I'm not going to fucking talk about that either. So he seems pretty focused on this fight. So I think you're calling it right. He's probably going to take care of business relatively quick. But we'll be back on for that.
You know what he revealed in that interview I did that kind of slipped by me when he said him and Crawford are in the same house, and I'm thinking, no, you're not, right? I mean, Crawford left Top Rank, and now I'm realizing he may have been referencing NTK, right? Yeah,
you know what? You're right, because I was thinking the same thing when he said that. I was like, "What are you talking about? He's not with Top Rank anymore." But you're right. It's MTK. It's MTK. So yeah, maybe that fight still can happen. We'll see.
Fight Josh Taylor. I was skeptical of wanting to see that fight until we saw Josh at Porter Crawford and saw like he's the exact same size. He's actually a little taller than Terrence Crawford. So
yeah. Cool. All right.
Size won't be an issue. It's just who's the better fighter. You know what I mean? We won't have to.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, I guess we can wrap up here. Is there anything else you want to say to the fans before we kill it and get out of here?
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now because it's FightHype for life. That's about it.
Boom. You already heard. If you want that smoke, make sure you
Fight Night Champion.
Game. Yep.
We're on the road to ESBC. We're on the road to greatness.
Xbox, right?
Yes.
You have a PlayStation 2, though, right?
I do, but Xbox is where it's at for Fight Night. I don't even know if you can play. If you have a PS4 or a PS5, if you can play Fight Night Champion, you might literally need a PS3. Whereas on Xbox, you could play at 360 games. It's not a big deal.
You're right. That's right.
Yeah,
that's right. I forgot about that. Well, you heard him. If you want that smoke, drop the gamer tag in the chat. We'll come back and look for it, or hit them up on Instagram or whatever. Listen, there's going to be plenty of time. We're gonna be doing a lot of fights, a lot of round by rounds. It's a lot of fun stuff coming to Fight Hype in the near future. So keep it locked. Keep it locked. Sign them out, Sean.
All right, guys. Thanks for just watching the fight. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. See you guys Saturday again for Chris Colbert and Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall. Keep it locked in.